wash my feet tonight. I got it on top, I wait for. Nobody gon' crush my feet tonight. I got it on look, I pray for.
Did anybody have any fun visions at all? Raise your hand if you had some fun visions during that song. Cool, I love it. I kind of listen to that all the time. It helps me. It really helps me be creative. It helps me just kind of have fun with the obstacles that come in my way when I'm trying to be creative or I'm trying to be in my workflow. And yeah, just a fun twist on it. And I'm all about having fun. These glasses are my take-home party favors from my playhouse, which is a monthly party I throw at Commonwealth. I paint them all myself, throw the sticker on, and away we go. But each pair is unique, not one is the same, and I think that's just beautiful. So, hope you enjoy, take it home. Thank you. Yeah, woo! I love it. So here we go. I'm gonna bring you guys a little walkthrough of me growing up and my creative journey. Here I am. Crykit in Crykit's Playhouse, yay. So, my parents. My mom's here, by the way. Give it up for my mom. She's really, she's very creative herself, and a reason why I do a lot of things I do. Always about music, always about dancing. She was a Deadhead, would take us to Grateful Dead shows as a kid. We were getting down in that drum cypher, dancing, and it was, yeah, really a lot of fun. So there's my mom in 82 on the left, in front of her garden. She's a gardener, amazing green thumb. And then there's my dad. My dad's on the left, and that's my grandpa, his dad. He's a third generation dairy and crop farmer. So I grew up on a farm in Wisconsin. My dad still lives there, actually. We grew up with 300 acres of corn and beans, dairy cows, sheep. Now we have alpacas, and they graze our land, and that's about that. Okay. Next is where it all started, as an ice skater. So we grew up as a figure skating family. My mom was a figure skater. This is my older sister, Chrissy. There's me. I look very frightened. Sorry, I'm giggling at myself here. And my other sister, Kim. So we performed, we competed. It was something we went to the ice skating rink even before school sometimes. And so that was my childhood. I particularly loved music, and I always wanted to pick the song for me to compete to, but never did get to choose it. And I would always kind of make my own routines up in my head. Here we are, we're a Slovakian family. My mom's side of the family, particularly my grandma, her mom was majorly into the traditional Slovak food, clothing. We'd go to outings together. So there's me in the traditional Slovak girl outfit, and my sisters and I. Now here's me in my teens. I found raves. I was a big time raver. Yay, raves! Forward! Peace, love, unity, respect. Seriously, the best. Like, I love the rave scene because there's so much love. So much fun, dancing, music, creativity, meeting people. It's all about community and making friends and carrying on with that. So why the rave scene was so big is this is where I started, where I found out about DJs. I first started seeing DJs. I love the way they could control the room and really interact with everybody and take people on a journey musically. Also, I loved dancing. I always grew up dancing, making little performances by myself in my room, as well as making mixtapes on my boombox. I would wait all night long for my favorite songs to come on the radio, press record, and make my own cassette mixtapes. When I was in 10th grade, I was really big into Nirvana, Pearl Jam, anything like more alternative. Our radio station that was alternative Q101 was released Daft Punk's Homework album. So Around the World came on, as well as Chemical Brothers, Setting Sun, Block Rockin' Beats. These were kind of crossover songs that came on the alternative station. And when I heard those, I fell in love. I fell in love with electronic music. I loved the way it made me feel. I went to see Chemical Brothers in Chicago, and I was handed a rave flyer. So that was the door opening to this, which was every weekend of my junior and senior year of high school, I went to raves. And back then it wasn't the mega EDC, it was underground warehouse parties. And I thought it was so amazing. It's like a fun little game to get there because you were only given a party hotline number. You called the number and they would have you meet at a spot. That's where you're gonna get your ticket, that's where you're gonna find out, get the address to where the place was. A lot of times they were abandoned warehouses, even in someone's barn. Actually, I went to a few in people's barns in Wisconsin. And once you get inside, it's this magical world. All these neon lights, fun party props, and just people there for the music and the culture and to have a great time. Now, chapter 4 in my life. B-girls, breakdancing, breaking. This was a major part of my life. I found breaking in the year 2000. I moved to California for my senior year of high school. That's where I saw B-boys. They had B-boys at the raves, and I was obsessed. I loved how it was so dynamic and powerful. I loved tumbling as a kid. So for me to be able to combine that tumbling with dance, it was just magic. So here you'll see, this is my crew, Extra Credit crew. We were an all-female crew based out of the Bay Area. And our larger collective, there we go, I was gonna say collection. Our larger collective is called Sisters of the Underground. We're all female graph artists, B-girls, DJs, MCs. We had the longest running breaking space in all of San Francisco. People came from around the world to come practice at our weekly practice spot. Through breaking, we started teaching kids. We started Deaf Ed. We were at over 200 schools in the Bay Area teaching after-school programs within hip-hop. To me, that was life-changing. It was really amazing to see what dance, creativity, art, music can really do for these kids, especially a lot of them were low income, coming from hard families, hard lives, and to see them have a bad day and then the music just like everyone's wilding out, that was such a beautiful release. So this crew right here is so important to me because we were really impactful. We were sisters. We toured around the world entering battles. A lot of times we were the only girls battling. Mostly it's predominantly men in the breaking scene. This definitely was a major part of my life and kind of shaped who I am today as a DJ as well. I started as drum and bass through the rave scene. That's when I first started buying records, was jungle, drum and bass, break beats. And while I was DJing, I was doing a weekly drum and bass party. I was also breaking. With how much time breaking took up, it was you had to train every day or at least 5 days a week, maybe a couple hours a day. I started DJing less drum and bass, less rave parties, and doing more breaks, 90s hip hop, funk, soul, and learning more about the music altogether.
Which one are you?
I'm this like sassy little hard face right there. Oh, yeah. Well, and I gotta give a shout out actually to these girls because everyone is just, we came from so many walks of life, but this is powerhouse women. This is A+. Kay is a neuroscience professor. She's the youngest neuroscience professor of the world. She made some insane discoveries when she was in her early 20s. Toured around the world. She wrote a paper about it and got published in all these science books and magazines. So she continually tours around the world and is a professor at MIT. Sarah Smalls, she's the one that started our whole collective. And she was a graph writer and MC. she really was the glue that kept us all together. She started Sisters of the Underground as a safe place for women in hip hop, for us to feel comfortable and have a place to create together. And now currently she is running a tourism company where she's the regional director. Now she has Vegas, she has Los Angeles and San Diego. So she oversees all these, any kind of things that you could do for travel. She helps compartmentalize them and offer packages for people who are tourists around the world. She also runs 3 different dance companies and a record label. So that's Smalls. Nurse Boogie, she's a nurse. She's been a nurse for 15 years now, and she also travels around the world, particularly Brazil, offering anything to do with nursing. And Jana Jones, she started her own restaurant. Oh, and Bina, she works with Greenpeace. So she also travels around the world, making the world a better place. So look at these power women. Yay! So that was me 2000 to 2010. Breaking, DJing, teaching. Dance and music was my way of making money. It was what I loved to do. I never went to school for it beyond being in the community. So the best way I learned was hands-on. I learned from some of the top B-boys. I learned from some of the top DJs just by being around, continually showing up, continually asking questions, studying them as they're doing their craft. Next. I just wanted to show you guys a little snippet of me breaking. Is that cool? Yeah. Okay, so this is me like 2008, probably below. She's pressing, double clicking, play. I'm dancing right now. Oh, there we go. We didn't have the sound, but I just figured we'll play it while I'm talking. So these are called top rocks. It's all the dancing you're doing up on top. And this is a battle in San Jose. Now you have your transition down to the ground. Woo! This is called footwork. Footwork is all these different patterns you can do on the ground with your feet and your hands. Scoot, scoot, scoot. And then there's a little power move. Woo! A little windmill into a freeze. Yay! So there, boom. Now what you got? This is a little snippet from a music video I was in. That was from a play I was in. Another battle. Slide. This is a creative project I did for Stussy, and with a live drummer, we did this at a space called Cell Space that was in San Francisco. That's where we held our weekly b-boy practices, and it was a community space for youth and artists. Unfortunately, with the tech takeover, it was bought out and closed down. But I spent 10 years of blood, sweat, and tears on this floor right here. Yay! Okay, cool. Crazy story about this video. It was filmed and put together by a guy named Justin, and now he had, 2 years ago, he had a near-death accident. He came out of it feeling he needed a new creative outlet. He bought an old embroidery machine and is now doing custom embroidery projects. They're beautiful, they're amazing, and it's an old 50s machine. So I have him creating some products for me for my clothing line. But fun full circle. Okay, bye. I'll just talk while this is playing. This was recent for an HP event with Tove Lo, Anderson .Paak. It was an amazing show, Louis the Child. This is filmed and edited by my boyfriend, $7 Burrito, Joffrey. He's in the front. Give it up for Joffrey. Woo! It's really beautiful to have a creative partner that we can create together and continually inspire each other and push each other to do more and be our best selves. And really, your partner knows you like no other, right? So we find our best work is when you're authentically yourself, right? So let me see what's next. How are you guys doing, by the way? Am I leading you on? Is this interesting? Is this intriguing? Okay. Yeah, J-Roll! Give it up for J-Roll. Sorry, my hand was getting kind of sweaty. It's hot. My move to Vegas. This right here is a video recaps from my monthly party playhouse, which I started about 16 months ago. This now has become my trademark, my mark on Vegas, I feel, and I'm so blessed to have this opportunity to curate this party. I curate everything from the DJs to, these are fashion shows. These are clothing that I have through Playhouse, which is my vintage thrifting line. And then different stylists, local stylists, they style these models. So, and it's just beautiful because, and artwork, all the backdrops and my logo, the Playhouse with the fun little characters, is a collaboration of my friend Adam, who goes by Pretty Done. You can see some of his murals around town. He's definitely been doing all the murals in Veggie Nation, which I think is amazing. There's the logo. I love working with him. So it's just an outlet for art, for fashion. And if you don't know me, I like to be weird. I like to just wear funky stuff because you really don't see anybody wearing this. And I think that's just beautiful, to have your clothing be another source or outlet for your creativity, another vision of who I am and who I want to be. You dress yourself every day, right? So, do you think about what you're wearing or just throw it on? Maybe you think about it, maybe you just throw it on, but it's how you're feeling in the moment. You're telling people how you're feeling in that moment. Maybe you just want a plain t-shirt and some jeans, and that's great because you feel good in it, and you feel you want to be relaxed and comfortable, right? So, it's an outlet to show that what you're wearing is also a part of you. It's a creative part of you, a creative extension of you. DJing here in Vegas has been a journey for me. I definitely call it playing the game. And this is maybe an insight for you as a creative. And do you make money off of what you're doing as a creative? I do. Is it hard sometimes to fulfill someone else's expectations or their vision? It really is, especially for me as a DJ when I'm playing really cheesy pop music that makes me want to cringe and crunch in the corner, like, ugh. But I look around and I see everyone singing along and having the best time. So that's lighting me up. I find myself to be a people pleaser. Does anybody find themselves trying to be a people pleaser? Raise your hand. Nice. Yeah. Yay. Well, you know what? When it comes down to it, we can only please. We have to be ourselves. We're not going to please everybody, right? There's always going to be someone hating, someone not satisfied, someone's not feeling it. But hey, you can't please everybody, and as long as you are doing the best that you can and being authentically you, you're going to be doing the best. So you're going to be okay with that, and that's totally okay. I've made some clients, I wouldn't say I've upset them, but maybe I didn't quite get their vision, or maybe they thought I wasn't dressed the part and they told me to leave early. That's happened to me here in Vegas before. But it's about knowing when and how to play the game. I'm creating something, I'm playing music for these people because that's what they want. They're hiring me to carry out their vision. So play that game. Let down your ego. Do I feel that song I'm playing that makes me cringe represents me? Not at all. But hey, I'm getting paid to be here, and I'm going to make it the best I can. Does that make any sense? I don't know if you guys can also apply that. I thought about that as part of the game, because for some reason, I've been here now 6 years. You saw where I came from. Where I came from is not the strip. I'm not a sexy babe with boobs out, playing top 40 hits. No. So I really had to get smacked in the face a bunch of times to say, dress more sexy, play this music, this is what you're gonna do. And so you just know this is a game right here. I'm playing it for them. I'm playing this game for that paycheck. But here at Playhouse, I'm doing all me. I find the outlet that I can be me and be the best me and be fully me. And it's also community. Like there were so many people in that recap video, and I think I have another one. Can we play the next one? Oh, did we play both? Did we play the one at the beginning? Yeah, this one. Did we play this already? Can we talk about the guy? He's on the vocoder, Diamond Ortiz. He's from LA. He's originally from the Bay, but he makes all his own music. It's like Boogie G Funk. He came out with his keyboard and did a live set. And all the dancers came out. I just love that it's kind of a culmination of everything I'm about. There's dancing, there's fashion, there's music, there's art. This is who I am. This is the community I want to represent. This is the community I want to build with. And so it's play. We're playing. We're having so much fun playing. And that's my mark on Vegas, play. Let's play. What do you guys think?
To